For BWYellowJackets.com, I'm Brendan Gulick. Lots going on as the winter sports are winding to a close and the spring sports are about to take their spring break trips here in the heart of crossover season. We start in late February. We end this week in early March. It's going to be fun to see the Yellow Jackets compete this week. Before we get into what happens this upcoming week, congratulations to the wrestling team. They went to the regionals this past weekend and completely dominated. In the 10 different weight classes, 9 of Baldwin Wallace's wrestlers qualified for the national meet, which will be held here in Cleveland in just over a week and a half from now. It's fantastic to see the team competing so well and to see so many individuals make it to the national championships as well. So good luck to BW. We'll have a separate preview for the national meet when that gets a little bit closer. In the meantime, another congratulations on the wrestling side to Jamie Gibbs. He was named the Regional Coach of the Year, on top of the fact that his team has won their 3rd consecutive conference championship and obviously a team championship too. So Jamie Gibbs and his staff very deserving of that recognition. Congratulations to them. Let's dive into what's going on this week, and it starts with the men's lacrosse team and the women's lacrosse teams. The men are actually going to play today, Tuesday, about halfway between Southern Virginia and here. They're actually meeting at Frostburg in Maryland. It's going to be a really good game. Southern Virginia very well respected on the lacrosse field, and the Yellow Jackets with a couple of games already where they've nearly totaled 60 goals in 2 games. I think they're looking forward to a big challenge with Southern Virginia. So that game takes place today. It's actually an 11 a.m. start this morning. Tomorrow, when the Yellow Jackets are making their way back to Cleveland on the men's side, they're going to stop in Latrobe, PA, and they're going to play the St. Vincent Bearcats, so they'll have games on back-to-back days. Meanwhile, the women open their season tomorrow. They've got a chance to get rolling with Oberlin, who last year beat the Yellow Jackets, so maybe some revenge. It's the first game of the new era at BW Women's Lacrosse with Nicole St. Pierre. We had a chance to separately sit down with her, so feel free to check that out, and you'll get ready for the women's lacrosse season. Then on Saturday, the indoor track and field team has one more opportunity to send some kids to nationals. It's a last chance meet, actually hosted up in Wisconsin. Wisconsin-Stevens Point, the host site. The national championships for indoor track and field are coming up next week as well. Those are down in Birmingham, Alabama. And it looks like a couple of the Yellow Jackets are probably going to qualify for that. Hopefully a few others can join them this upcoming weekend. We'll preview the national meet next week. Also, this upcoming weekend, baseball and men's tennis will play in their first games on their road trips over spring break. The baseball team is heading to Florida, and they've got lots of competition coming up. But on Saturday, they'll get things started with St. John Fisher, and they'll play them down in Winter Haven, Florida. The men's tennis team and the women's tennis team too, but specifically the men on Saturday are going to compete in Hilton Head, and they will compete against Cabrini at Chaplin Park Tennis Center in Hilton Head, South Carolina. So good luck to the baseball and the tennis teams who are going to be competing this weekend. And it's going to be a busy week next week with basically everybody on their spring break trips all over the country, really. So we'll get you set for next week's action when that comes to an appropriate time. In the meantime, if you can't make the lacrosse games on the road, or if you can't follow baseball and the track teams or tennis, feel free to stay right here. We'll give you everything that you need right here on BWYellowJackets.com.